we have a new moon. It's not a bad moon rising, is it?
No, that was last week.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's a new moon. It's the Chinese New Year, which is always the second new moon after the solstice.
Okay.
So, but new moons always mean new starts all the way across the board. So I think with the sun and the moon in Aquarius, it's good to know where you can begin to put things into motion. So for Aquarius, the sign that we're in, the sun and the moon in their sign means it's all about the Aquarian. And the Aquarian fought really hard between May and November to assert their own identity and to move it forward. And the actions they take over the next 3 weeks or so are predicated on what they put into effect between May and November. So for them, it's a finally getting whatever it was that they were fired up about, giving it birth, giving life to it, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a child of your mind, but whatever it is, the Aquarian is going to put their wants and needs at the top of the list. For Pisces, not so much. This energy, this is the end of their solar year, and it's a good time for Pisces just to take a step back. Take a step back, to kind of regroup, to kind of look over the last year, throw out the stuff they don't like, leave it by the curb, and then keep the things that they do, so when the sun enters their sign in about 2.5, 3 weeks, they'll have the energy to go forward. But it is a finishing up phase for Pisces rather than starting new stuff. For Aries, on the other hand, it is a time to tap their male friends and colleagues on the shoulder and say, hey, I need your help, because it's going to take a group project to bring the Aries what the Aries says that they want. Mars is in their sign right now, so they're willing to fight for what it is that they believe in. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it alone. Their male friends are going to help them get to the next level. And you got to say thank you when they do. For Tauruses, this energy is in the 10th house of career and public standing. And Tauruses, Mars is in their 12th house, so sometimes they feel that they're fighting an unseen force that just seems to go out of its way to slow the Taurus's roll, is the only way to describe it. They need to focus a little bit on professional matters over the next 3 weeks or so, but really they are, again, part of the sign that is finishing things up rather than starting new stuff. So it's kind of a completion thing for them.
Gotcha.
Because then the sun enters, when Mars enters Taurus, and it does the 15th after Valentine's Day, it is a brand new 2-year cycle for them, but we'll talk about that then.
Okay.
For Geminis, this energy is in the 9th house of the law, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance. And for Geminis everywhere, they find out exactly what the legal ramifications are for whatever it is that they've been doing. I think there's some long-distance travel in store for Geminis as well. And they get to reach a broader audience with their words. So for Geminis everywhere, I say, pick and choose your words carefully. Just don't let them fall out of your mouth. Know what it is you're saying before you blurt them out, kind of a deal.
Words of wisdom for our president.
He hasn't listened to me yet. Why start now?
Yeah,
but at least he'll know legally where he stands, one way or the other. And I think it's the unknowing that makes you so crazy, because you have to try and you have to try and accommodate every possible scenario. So for him, at least he'll know one way or the other. For Cancers, it's about the money. It's about other people's resources. And I think it's a really good thing for the United States, because we are a Cancer, that the Fed did not raise interest rates this week. I think, thank God, they did not do that. So it's about, for Cancers everywhere, it's time for a good state of the finance check, to know exactly what your finances are, and to know what the resources are you share with other people, so everybody's on the same financial page to go forward. For Leos, it's a great time for Leos. They're in the spotlight one way or another. And Leos get to really shine. They get attaboys, pats on the back. They can improve their public image, for lack of a better term. They get better press than they've gotten recently. And again, Donald Trump's rising sun is Leo, so he'll be happy to have that.
So will I.
I know. So for Leos everywhere, it's a time to, and they have to be careful, because this is going to be a put your money where your mouth is kind of deal. And it's sort of like, well, you said if you had this chance, you do this and this and this, and the universe is going to go, okay, show me what you got. And I think Leo's got a lot, so I think they'll be able to do it.
We're there.
Yeah, and Tom Brady's a Leo, so we'll see about that on Sunday. For Virgos, this energy is in their 6th house of work and responsibility. And for Virgos, they are trying to revitalize not the job that they do, but where it is they do their job, is the stuff. And again, they are going to count on their friends to help them get to that next level professionally. And all of us get our jobs through our friends. I'm sure people have gotten jobs online, but usually our friends help us get work. For Libras, this energy is in the 5th house, so I want to have as much fun as I possibly can. For Libras, this energy is in the 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, anything entertaining, anything fun is right up the Libras' alley. So if they're single, they'll attract someone. If they're in a relationship, that goes very favorably. But Libras really get to feel the love, which is a very cool thing. For Scorpios, this energy is in the 4th house of home and the home and foundations, and there's a lot of introspection going on. There's a lot of going over, and the scary thing for Scorpios is that something is about to be revealed that they really wish nobody else knew, and that goes for Roger Stone and for Hillary Clinton. For both of them, there are going to be some revelations over the next 3 weeks or so that are going to surprise them and take them a little bit off guard. So Interesting to see what that is. For Sagittarians, this energy is in the third house of day-to-day living, so the pace of their day-to-day living picks up. And they have to be really careful not to fall behind the power curve, and they're going to have to also be careful with their words, because Sagittarians are the other sign that the words just fall out of their mouth, so don't ask them what they think unless you really want to hear, because they talk and don't even think about what it is that they're saying. But there's also some short distance, short duration travel in store for the Sagittarian, kind of like out and backs. For Capricorns, this energy is in the second house of money, and all I really care about is how can I make more money? What do I need to do to make more money? And what do I do? What can I control to make my money go further? So it's all about money for the Capricorn. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with the Chinese New Year, Year of the Boar. So that's what's going on there.
See you next week. We'll do it again.
A pleasure.